Looking at me? I'm right here. Let's start off with a quote. To be the man, you've got to beat the man. Woo! Ric Flair. That's freaking gold, people. It's not the size of the fight in the dog. It's the size of the dog and the... No, what the rhyming? Too good to waste. And I would do the same thing again if it happened tomorrow. And if that cost me my job, I was okay with that. Because what it didn't cost me was my character. It's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. Mark Twain. Not having experienced bullies since early elementary school, those early career lessons in remote towns were pretty instructive and informed how I dealt with bullies in bars and in boardrooms to this very day. And surprisingly, when you have some antenna for them, it becomes clear that bullies are everywhere. Ask your friends if they've ever encountered a boss or a co-worker who was a bully. I can almost guarantee you do not make it past your third friend without hearing at least one story. When one such unfortunate event occurred in that first job of mine out of college, it had an unexpected outcome. Less than 36 hours after I had a dust-up with some locals at a bar, a dust-up that didn't end the way those locals had planned, but did involve the police throwing me in the back of their cruiser, the news of the incident had traveled to my company headquarters. And I got a call from my VP, who took me to the Woodshed for some classic white-collar screaming discipline, and who was determined to call the client to explain away my unprofessional behavior. Hey, it was a small pulp and paper town of 20,000 people, and everyone had heard about the fight with the suit from the city. There was an actual moment mid-berating where I thought that this would have gone a lot smoother had I simply lost the fight, so that instead of appearing to be the aggressor, I would have appeared the victim. No, Justin, it was better to have won that one. Before the end of the same day of the berating, I received a visit from the Reverend Jerry, who told me that my VP did indeed call the bishop my client. The Reverend Jerry sees the blood rushing from my face the minute he steps into my office, so he proceeds to elongate this story shamelessly. Well, this isn't going to end well, I think to myself. No sooner has this thought navigated my neural synapses than I'm informed by the good Reverend Jerry that the bishop had actually cut short the corporate mea culpa by my VP to inform said VP that he, the bishop, would have done the exact same thing I had done if he were in my shoes. Seems the bishop's got some dog in him. Oh, yeah. I can now tell that the Reverend Jerry was relishing the knowledge of the punchline the entire time and thoroughly enjoying the payoff as the blood returns to my face and I regain some semblance of composure. Bishop Stuart Payne, thank you for having my back. Reverend Jerry, I liked you the minute I met you. Seriously, I owe you a call. The professional lessons learned were many, but mostly the principles and conviction matter, and bullies should never be enabled. The bishop knew this well. Later I came to realize, as the good bishop instinctively knew, that sometimes you cannot avoid a fight. You can't always turn the other cheek. Even the bishop, who's quite familiar with Matthew 5:38, knew this. And when you find yourself there, it's best that you start it and finish it, because it is indeed inevitable. In a nonviolent context, this will come in the form of the need to speak truth to power, among other things. And when that happens, trust me, you're in a fight, and it's inevitable. Relax when faced with the inevitable, because it is inevitable. And then be present and committed to holding your ground, physically, intellectually, and importantly, in principle. The next time I met a bully in a bar, yes, it happened again, in another small town, and yes, my VP found out about it, but this time I didn't wait to be taken to the Woodshed. I told that very same VP the 2 incidents in 4 years did not a pattern make, and I would do the same thing again if it happened tomorrow. And if that cost me my job, I was okay with that, because what it didn't cost me was my character. as always, good luck and good selling. I'll see you next time. And hey, bring a friend. Plenty of spots at the bar for everyone. And if we meet another bully, relax. I got your back. See you soon.